And we moved to the Philippines about 6 months ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we forgot to count the balikbayan boxes that we still haven't opened.
That's okay.
But we sent 76 boxes of balikbayan, and we probably still have about 20 more that we still have to open. I'll tell you, most of the stuff that we haven't, like, that we opened and then we put back into the boxes is it's just junk. Okay. So when people are purging their life and they're like cleaning up, and there's stuff that you can let go. Let go. Yeah. Yeah. So how are you? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Right now I'm cutting up some mangoes. And yeah, so we just wanted to come and give you guys an update and bring you back to where we are here in the Philippines, what we've been up to. And just recently, over the weekend, we went to a place called Sual.
Yeah, it was Masa. It's called the resort was called Masa Mire, and it wasn't bad. Like it was cool. It was chill. It was out there in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, we had a lot of driving to get there.
I had a few worries. I was like, oh my goodness, are we going to the right place? At one point, GPS wasn't working, or it was telling me go to one. Like there was, we took family with us, and in the van were family members, and we were talking about. Well, I had my map on, and they also had their map on.
Uh-huh.
So it was like one of those things happening because we were in separate cars.
Oh yeah.
D was.
I was just a trail vehicle.
It was in a trail. We were doing a convoy, and
we were definitely convoyed out.
I was in the front, and so we were just out there having fun. But she was behind the whole time. I was in the front, so I didn't have a co-pilot. My co-pilot was not familiar with my driving style, and so there were multiple maps on simultaneously. So I wasn't paying attention to
I was
my
like,
map.
what my husband is saying is that he missed me in the co-pilot seat.
No, we made it, so it was not that much. We made it, but it was nice. It was a beautiful place. So if you guys are ever interested in a white sand beach and with good service, it's called Masa Masa Mirey. Yeah, Masa Mirey.
Masa Mirey.
And
it's just
and resort.
It's like one of those pictures out of a magazine.
Yeah. So they had two pools. One was a kiddie pool, 2.5 feet, and the other one was a 5.8 feet.
8 foot is deep.
Yeah, it's pretty deep. I had to get on my tippy toes, For all the short kings out there, you'll still make it.
No, you have to be 5 feet. They check your height as you're getting in the pool.
In fact, the kids they don't allow the kids. If you are shorter than 5 foot, you cannot go if you're a child in there. So our kids were kind of bummed out.
What about adults though?
Adults, they can go in there, but for kids, they can't go in
there. It was deep.
Yeah, it was very. It was not deep, right? For all the 6 foot guys out there, it wouldn't be.
It was not an issue for the 6 foot.
But we ordered 5 cabanas. We had about 20 people, and it was awesome. It was actually very good. We picked up our family from
the Tarlac
area, and we just went out there and just had a blast. I have not hung out with this family since Christmas. They came over to our Christmas party.
Yeah.
But it was so surreal because when I was younger, maybe I was 4 or 5 years old, that family lived next door to us. Unfortunately, tragedy happened, and because my mother and my mother, her brother was married to my aunt, and so that's why they were neighbors. But when my uncle passed away at a young age, he had some difficulties. I think it was due to smoking, but he had some issues. He passed away really early, and that forced him to move away because my aunt, her family was in the Tarlac area. I would say.
Can I borrow your T-shirt? Do you need that one?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it? It's a napkin now. Sorry.
Are you done? Is there
No,
anything else? I was
army
in the middle of a
T-shirt.
story.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay. You good?
Yes.
Are you good? Is there anything else I can help you with? Are you sure? I lost my train of thought. And so, anyways, my uncle passed away. They moved away, and I would say that family is so down to earth. They were awesome, amazing, great people. They brought kids, grandkids that was there. And so, what do you think of the family from Tarlac?
I love family. They're awesome. I had a great time. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was good. I would say that catching up was was awesome. I would say I would want to do that trip again with the same family. It was just great. No, nothing bad at all. We ate there at lunchtime.
Food was so
Oh my
good there.
goodness,
Oh
the
my
food
God.
was
Can we just.
amazing. So they had this seafood platter that had like crab. They had fried fish. They had other fish. They had my favorite part on that platter was the eggplant with tomatoes in the middle. That was for me. That's phenomenal. I don't eat that very often. Let me see. What else did they have? I think they had like
Oh,
sinigang. They
the
had
food was just so
sinigang.
good. I
There's
can't
other
even be
stuff.
on a diet here in the Philippines. The food is just amazing. And it's really fresh. It's right out of the ocean. You can tell it's fresh. It's not frozen. It was fried. No, it wasn't fried. It was grilled fish.
There was also fried fish,
Oh, so good.
grilled fish, like boiled crabs.
Fish on skewers. I
Yeah.
mean, I was,
Oh yeah,
I
that's
was
right.
in
There
heaven.
was
I was in
tuna.
heaven. I lied to my daughter. I told her that the fish was actually chicken. And she's like, it's so good. And I was like,
She was eating
oh, yeah.
skewered salmon. It was
Yeah.
it was great. Something else too. They had some amenities that they have. They had showers there. We did a day trip, and so you can play frisbee, you can play volleyball. We didn't do all that stuff. They had like a whole bunch of seats everywhere. There was security by the beach. There was security at the front as well. Staff was very accommodating. They had
Very secure.
they had like a full bar, right? So unfortunately, I was driving, so I couldn't really drink anything, which is good, right? Alcohol is not good for you either. Anyways, but we did kayaking. If you've never done kayaking with the clear kayaks, do it.
How much was it?
250, 300
Piso?
piso. Yeah.
Because when we were in Mabini, it was 1,000 for 1 hour. It was for those clear ones.
Yeah, it was. I think
So
it was
it's way
300 piso.
less expensive.
It's way less expensive. It's definitely it can be used. It was nice. What else was there? So kayaking. If you haven't gotten one of those kayaks before, I would encourage you to do it because you can see the bottom of the ocean floor, right? Because that's how clear the water is. Let me see. Other amenities or other stuff that you can do is like riding a boat
welcome
or whatever.
drinks. They gave us
Oh,
welcome
that's
drinks.
right.
I was
There
like,
was
we're so
welcome drinks.
fancy around now.
So this has only happened to me once before, where when you have a hotel, when you stay at a resort, they give you a welcome drink from the bar. I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if you're a resort out here in Philippines or anywhere else in the world for that matter, I highly encourage you guys to do that because we felt so special.
I know.
You know.
Yeah, we were very fancy. It
Yeah.
was nice.
But moving on, right? Is there anything else you want to add to the
Yeah, the
resort
only thing
life?
I'd say, anywhere in the Philippines, if you are visiting the Philippines, bring your own toilet paper, bring your own wipes, okay? You need to have that in your bag all the time. Also, bring your own soap.
Mhm.
All right, anywhere you go, you want to have your own shampoo, your own conditioner. I know why they sell it like individual packages, and like everything's all small because you need to keep shampoo and conditioner in your bag. It's crazy. So.
Yeah, this is true. We took a shower there afterwards. Do you have to buy some bar soap so that way
That's all they had.
I don't know if you guys have used bar soap if you've showered before, but it's not that great. Don't drop the soap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so, but that was great. Moving on though. So other topics that we have was health, right? So something happened over the last week, and
Yes.
so there was one of my cousin's son passed away, and we had family over. While we had family over, there was a medical emergency.
There was
and
a medical emergency.
we had to take this person to the hospital. So this was our very first time dealing with an emergency, and what we want to do is we want to let you guys know how how that went, so that way you can be prepared. So we're in the province area in Pangasinan, and we have a hospital here. I think we have two more hospitals.
Yeah.
One is I don't know what levels they are, but they
seem like they're private hospital and public hospital. So we also have like a clinic in town, right in town, where you like we've taken our son there before, and he had pink eye, and we got service, but yeah. So you're saying there's two hospitals here?
So there's two hospitals. I wasn't there, right? But Dee was, I had to manage some stuff at home first and deal with stuff because we had other guests. Dee was the one who took the family member, to the hospital. And you want to talk about like the emergency room and stuff like that first?
Yeah. So I first took them over to the clinic, and we stopped. We got inside, and lo and behold, the doctor's not in.
Okay. So but we do that. She's doing something right now, and
yeah,
I know, but
okay.
Look at this. So this is what she is doing right now. So we have vinegar and salt, homemade, right? That from a family. Well, family.
One of the
good friend,
teachers hooked us up.
Yeah. So we got hooked up, and this is what we have. The mangoes, and actually this whole bowl is.
Yeah,
was
it's all gifts.
But they do fermentation with chili. Yeah, it looks like this, and my goodness.
So these chilies, this is the best thing I've ever tasted in my whole life.
So good. It is so good. Like that's chili, and she's just eating it just like that.
With some mango.
I am. My mouth is so watery right now, but
we need water.
Yeah, that's tasty.
It's spicy.
Yeah, that's tasty.
It's spicy.
Here's the water.
So here's what happened with the medical situation. We loaded up in the car, drove down the street. The doctor's not in. Okay. So that was a bad situation.
So, clinic number one.
Clinic number one. Doctor's not in. All right. And family member is feeling really sick at the start of this trip. So, not sure what it is, right? We're not sure if it's maybe high sugars, low sugars, not sure if it's blood pressure, not sure if it's dehydration, anxiety, not sure, right? So next stop. So we're like, okay, well, there's no doctor here. So we're going to go over to the known hospital, right? So we drive by this hospital all the time. We drive in. There's at least 300.
I was born at this hospital.
Yeah.
Tayog Hospital. Yeah.
There's like 300 people waiting outside in like tents, right? Underneath the shade. And it's like, pick a number, get in line, pick a number. And so there's at least 300 people in the waiting area to get into the doctor, into the hospital. And then once you're inside, there's at least another 100 people inside. So family members go in, they're trying to figure it out. Inside of the hospital, there is a clinic. But the clinic, they were like, take a number and go sit outside. And then family member is feeling like really sick. Like we need, it's an emergency, right? And I told him, I said, hey, you're starting to feel much better after this line, huh? I'm dropping jokes left and right, guys. I was like, 300 people. I don't know if I can wait 300 people. So we make the decision to get back in the car. I know of another clinic that we're going to go try.
So that's clinic number 2. So clinic 1, hospital, and now we're going to clinic number 3.
Yes. So on the third time we get there, the wait doesn't seem so bad. So we get in line, and we don't have an appointment. Now, if you have an appointment, you have priority. And so we're sitting there. And I've got, Mono drinking water. And we're drinking water. And before you know it, he's starting to feel a lot better. But we're waiting. And so we finally get in. This is like 2-3 hours of waiting to get in. And And so gets the all clear from the doctor, we're good to go. Now here's the thing, guys. If you have a medical emergency, unless you are coming in dead on arrival, you are not getting seen for a long time. I mean, I think it needs to be like they get triaged, eye, life, or limb. I'm sure that's how it's triaged.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's how it is in the United States, right? So, emergency rooms in the United States is that you get seen at the front. They ask you a whole bunch of questions of your symptoms. Once your symptoms have been asked, right, they give you, the nurse talks to you, and that's how you triage. Triage is primarily like who goes first, who goes second, who goes third. So, if it is an actual emergency with like lose eyesight, life, or limb, right, then you go first. But if it's nothing than that, and your heart rate's good, you're talking, you're breathing, then they're gonna put you in the back of the line. This time around, it wasn't like losing eyesight, life, or limb, so they put us in the back of the line. And how long was the wait?
I mean, you had to wait for a number. You couldn't even like get your name in. They're like, here's a number, we'll call you. And it was like 300 people till they were gonna call us.
Well, which clinic are you talking about?
Oh, that was the hospital.
You have to kind of
specify. Oh, at the clinic itself, we didn't seem like there was a long line. But what happened was there was tons of people ahead of us because they all had appointments.
Yeah. So it's not a long line, but understand that every hour these guys book already. So if there are people coming in at 9, 9:30, 10, 10:30, and then you have two walk-ins in front of you, they have to prioritize the individuals that had an appointment first, then the people ahead of you. So they pretty much get you in where they can fit in. After waiting in line for how many hours? 2 hours?
I'd say like 4. Because we started somewhere else.
No. I'm talking about the last clinic.
Oh, 2 hours. So 2 to 3 hours.
The line at the last clinic was about 2 hours. They finally got seen. They were seen for about 30 minutes to an hour, and then they were done and over with. Mm-hmm. But you know what, though? Going through this medical thing was an experience because you don't know, right? For us, it was a learning experience because we've never dealt with something like that before. But in the future, we will know what to do. It's just go straight, depending on the level of emergency. If it's life, eyesight, life, or limb, then go to the hospital emergency room, and hopefully it will get in front of the line. But if it is anything else, then we go to a clinic, and the clinic was actually pretty nice. So unless you're planning to go, then the following day, then you can make appointments and don't have to walk in. And the clinic that we went to, you can do appointment the day before, and they'll take you in.
Now the total cost, 1,100 peso.
What?
Yeah.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's $20.
Like his medications included, so.
Yeah, that's with medication. Mm-hmm. Oh man, that's not. Wow. So I didn't know, but that's it.
That was just 1,100 peso. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's $20, guys. $20 to go to a clinic here. So it's not that bad. So just if you guys have any questions, so Fresh is in the house. Thank you for coming in. Says what happened? It's been 6 months since you guys moved. How is it so far? What's the typical hospital wait in the PI? So the typical hospital wait in the PI, well, all day is pretty much all day if you go to the emergency room or go to a regular hospital. This is province, right? This is not Manila.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
This is the province.
If you have a medical issue, if you're doing something with immigration, you're doing something at the bank, all day.
Yeah.
All day.
Vehicles, licenses, transportation.
Anything that has to do with like, I don't know, like infrastructure, like all day. Yeah,
just expect it to be all day. So moving on to our next topic, right? Our next topic is normalcy here in Philippines, which, Fresh is like, well, it's been 6 months since you guys moved. How is it so far? I think we're doing well.
We have a routine.
We're definitely acclimating to the weather. We're acclimating to the environment. We're acclimating to the culture. I would say every day our pattern, like we go for breakfast, I make breakfast or Dee makes breakfast. We get our kids to go to school, and then hopefully we get them there on time. If not, we're usually 15 minutes early, 30 minutes early.
Early. Hopefully we get them on time. We're always early.
No, not early, late. And so there are things that I value as a parent, and the reason why, right? So can we take our kids on time? Yes, we can. definitely we can. But from my perspective, I think that for us being late, I don't have a problem with that, because usually if you get there early, then there is an issue with like kids playing around, getting bullied, or whatever it is. I just don't want my kids having to deal with that. I think Dee had to step off and get a package right now from Amazon. Oh, we do get Amazon packages out here. Yeah, I know, it's nice. So we've been ordering stuff on Amazon, but the pattern here in school is similar to how it is growing up in the United States. So we drop them off, they drop off their backpack, they line up for class. They actually have like a flag ceremony. So they put the flag up, they do like their Pledge of Allegiance, and then they do a prayer every morning. Every morning before, during flag ceremony, they do prayer. And if they're not doing flag ceremony that morning, what they're going to do is they are doing a prayer inside the classroom. So, but morning announcements are nice. So similar to the United States, but it's like individualized in the United States. Growing up, there was usually a TV and there was morning announcements at the TV. We did like Pledge Allegiance in the classroom. I think I remember being a flag in the classroom or flag on the TV. I don't know if they do that nowadays in the United States because, politics or whatever it is. But growing up, it was similar. So they do that here in Philippines. The difference is it's outside and the kids actually line up. They get like face to face with the principal. They get face to face with all the teachers, and then once they're done with their morning routine, they go back inside the classroom.
That's how it was in Mexico too.
And
we line up outside.
So no, you're good. For us, after that, we go on a walk. We did 1 mile walk today, but we do between 1 to 5 mile walk. But hey, 5 mile walking 5 miles, doing 20 minutes, 30-minute per mile, 25 minutes, 30-minute per mile. That's an hour and a half. No, that's 2.5 hours if we are taking our time. But if we're booking it, that's about 2 hours. So that's still pretty.
We're eating pretty healthy.
Yeah, like which is right now it is about 8 o'clock in the morning. So Dee, what did you eat for breakfast today?
I had an egg sandwich that you made me. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So everything here is natural, and even the chickens the chicken eggs are, like
very fresh.
Very fresh. So she just cut up a whole bunch of mangoes.
I have mango
with the chili.
With some chili.
So, but it's 8 o'clock. I don't know. Usually it's pregnant people who eat like this, like the soury stuff in the morning.
I am pregnant.
You trying to tell me something?
No.
So that's the routine for the kids. I think it's amazing how the kids get to do that, and the kids get like a 2-hour lunch break.
Oh yeah.
And then so it's from 7 o'clock to 11. They get a break from 11, 11:15, 11:20 to 1 o'clock. We take them back to school again, and then from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock is the remainder of their school. So the kids get home, and then we make dinner for lunch. For lunchtime. Let's go backtrack. Lunchtime, we pick them up, we take them home, then we go get some food at Caranderia. Whatever's left over, that's what we eat for dinner, and then that's pretty much it, right? That's our day. Yeah. That's our day.
Our weekends are they're filled with either going somewhere fun or going to SNR and what's the other one? Landers. So. That's where we're at.
Well, every weekend we go somewhere.
We do something.
We do something. For last few weekends, we've been to Isabela, visiting family. Then usually we go to, go all over Philippines. This weekend we went to Sual in Pangasinan, and we also went to Clark this weekend just to go shopping, pick up some stuff from some dog food at SNR, and then that's pretty much it. So, what else? What else do we have? Okay. So,
the gym.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I have been looking. Like the marketplace on Facebook, and I've been looking for like
gym
stuff. Right. So I like to stay fit. We do exercises. I want to run. I want to do some weight training workout. Unfortunately, the stuff here is way too expensive. it's like I got quoted like 200,000 peso for like a Smith machine, a whole setup, dumbbells 5 to 50 pounds, and let me see. I think that's pretty much it. So that is equivalent to about 3,000.
US dollars?
Yeah, USD. And I wasn't. I
For
don't
like
wanna,
the whole total gym
for the whole
situation?
total gym situation. I don't want to do all that stuff.
Mm.
So that included a treadmill too, but I didn't want to do that. So
I think it's like low value stuff too. It's not like it's like top
yeah,
of the
and that's the
line.
thing. I don't know if it's high quality. So we decided to go to a gym, and in this gym they had boxing, they had Tabata. I don't know. It's a
Get fit in 4 minutes.
yeah fitness class, and then they also have Taekwondo, I think, and then they had a full gym. They had a full gym. So I decided just to go there. So the gym membership per month is 600 peso at the low end. And then I got the gold because I wanted the elliptical machine, but you can get the titanium or the premium one so it's bronze, gold, and titanium. That one just gives you access to the treadmill, and I'm like, I don't. I'm gonna save my money, but that it's cheaper. So going to the gym is a lot cheaper. Unfortunately, it's a drive. It's like a 30-minute drive, but still though, not bad.
Yeah. And so I haven't been to the gym. I mean, we went in there. They were doing taekwondo. I don't know how I feel about taekwondo, okay? I got no judgments. I just don't know how I feel about it. That's all. I guess I like jujitsu and Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Because that's what we've been doing all these years. And so when I'm introduced to like taekwondo, I'm like, I don't know if I like it. So
yeah, it's taekwondo. They wear helmets and they wear like the body vest, and it's just mainly just a whole bunch of hopping around and kicking, right? So jiu-jitsu is more grappling, takedowns, and then you start wrestling on the ground using your gi or no gi, and then Muay Thai is pretty much using all your knees, elbows, and basically your stand up. So
yeah, Philippine Journeys here. Hey guys, hit the like button. Thanks for joining us. It's Mike and Arlene.
Oh yeah, so Mike and Arlene said you will pay out the nose for high quality stuff. We have a high-end Nordic track and a special power conditioner.
And it was very expensive.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
Very expensive. But yeah, that's it. I've been going to the gym. I've been going to the gym consistently. I take weekends off, but Monday through Friday, I go to the gym every day. I spend about an hour there, which is great. You know, when the kids are in school from 1 to 4, I go to the gym. That's my time to kind of like work on myself. In the morning is spending time with
this beautiful wife,
with my honey bunny,
mm-hmm.
and then like I don't know. This morning I made breakfast for everybody. How's breakfast for everybody?
Breakfast was so good.
It wasn't that good though. It wasn't. It must have not been that good because now she's snacking on some stuff.
No, I'm just. It's good. I can't say no to good food.
Okay,
it's
so we
really
talked
hard.
about the gym, the weekend. How was your weekend?
My weekend was amazing. I will tell you, we drove separate cars. Okay, he drove a stick shift here in the Philippines. How was that, by the way? Driving the stick shift.
Fun. I was intimidated. It's a van. It's like a 13-passenger van. I was intimidated in it initially because it's been like years, 5, 6, maybe 7 years since I drove stick, and I decided, well, that was the only van available for me to borrow. So, but yeah, it was pretty good. It was fun, kind of like moving the gears up and down. It didn't get challenging until we got to closer to Swell because of like the mountainous region area, going up and down and curvy roads. But still, it was amazing.
Yeah. Hi, Mandy Printer. Hit the like button, guys. Thanks for joining. Just so you know, I had a good time. But we were a team, okay? We're a convoy team. And if anybody's been in the military, they know that there's certain rules when you're driving in a convoy. You don't allow for too much space for another vehicle to get in, okay? Saying your beard's a lot bigger these days.
I should trim it. I should trim it. I think I should trim it like right here.
And so we have been so we're driving and it's a 2-car convoy, and I'm like this much away from him. You know, it's making everybody nervous, but I'm not nervous. I've got a lot of control here. And I know my 360 camera is really great for like doing turns and just knowing what's around your car. I know my car makes noises if I get too close or whatever. It's got the collision assist, so it'll be pushing the button, like, you know, pushing the brake if it gets too wild. So, anyways, we're driving all over the Philippines in a convoy style. And so I'm just making sure nobody gets in between us. The worst thing is having to catch up when my husband's all the way up there because I did not stick with our convoy situation. So, but it was fun. It was a lot of stress. I was actually really, really tired by the end of it. And so the next day I was just kind of pooped from all the travel.
Oh yeah, I slept until about noon.
Yeah, I was exhausted. I was so tired. And I even felt a little sick, like a little under the weather from the exertion I did. I think this is what like I'm turning 40 next week, so it must be like getting old. Is that what this is? Uh-huh.
Yeah, so for before we move on to your birthday, is there anything else you want to talk about during the weekend? Or within the last few weeks?
It was just an amazing time. I had fun.
Yeah.
Carefree.
It was great.
I don't know what was the other things
that's
that
pretty much
we
it.
had
I
mentioned.
covered like the stuff happening at school.
Oh,
and so
okay. Let
that's
me double check. So you wanted to kids' behavior.
Oh yeah, that's right. So our kids, right? So the United States, our kids were kind of like very energetic. They still are. They're very energetic, but they're kind of growing into themselves. They're very respectful. Everywhere we go, they go to the elders and they bless. That happened over the weekend, and
They know how to do it.
They know how to do it.
No
Something
resistance.
What other some other change that is good is that, like, because Philippines is 80% Christianity, Catholicism, or some shape or form of Christianity. They pray everywhere. They pray during lunch at the mall. They pray at school before they start. They pray. So our kids have been praying. So they've been praying for breakfast, for lunch, any meals they have. It's just
Before we go to bed.
So they're definitely getting introduced to religion while they're here in Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad thing. I think it's a good base. It's not for everyone.
Yeah, and Himiko led the prayer for our lunch the other day.
Yeah.
She stood up and she stood at the head of the table and she prayed. And it's funny because she prayed for her brother to have more education opportunities. And we're like, we're praying for the food, little lady. And she's like, my brother needs more schooling. And it's so funny. These guys are always on each other's case about school.
Yeah. So understand they're both 8 and 9. So my son is 8 and my daughter is 9 years old. And so they're just having a blast. I think from a parental perspective, this has to be one of the best choice we've made for our kids because you can customize their education here in the Philippines. For us, they're going to public school, and one of the biggest reason I want them to go to a public school is because I want them to get introduced to the culture, right? And the best way to do that is to get immersed in the community. And if you're going to a private school, you're not necessarily immersed in the community because the private school would have affluent kids, and affluent kids will be into technology, will be into consoles, will be into phones. And one of the things that I've noticed in the United States was that my daughter was becoming subconscious
about
her body and about her looks, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a 9-year-old girl.
And when she was younger, it was much worse when she was younger.
And so, but here in Philippines, she doesn't have that. She's not complaining about her body. Nobody's saying about those things.
If anything,
In
people
fact,
give her,
they give her compliments. There's like no body shaming, nothing like that.
They're like, you're so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And so she's responding to that. She's not asking to do certain things to kind of like make herself feel better or look good.
Yeah.
Right.
Before she was asking me about waxing and all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. She was making a lot of requests about, how she looked with her eyebrows and things like that. And I'm like, we are not, you're not getting that from us.
Yeah.
You know, who's
And
getting
so-
it from the kids.
And so, and then they would come home and talk about some of the topics that they're learning in school, and it's not good. So here in
No.
Philippines, going to public school, it's amazing. They get to see the principal
Mhm.
every day.
Yeah.
Okay, every day during morning announcements. Like, I don't know if that is the case in the United States, but I didn't see the principal every day. You know,
Mhm.
they get to see their teachers. We get to see their teachers
Yeah.
3 times a day.
Four times a
When
day.
we drop them off for
Pick
in the
'em up.
morning, we pick up them up at lunchtime, drop them off at lunchtime, and then when we pick them up in the evening time.
Yeah, and we're all on Facebook.
We're all on Facebook. They communicate. They use Facebook to the max. Like everybody communicates in Facebook. Like,
Yeah.
hey, my son's gonna be late.
Yeah,
My son's
little
gonna
Johnny
be
has
this."
a cold. I mean, we know when everybody in the school is getting sick.
Yeah, because there's like a forum. Like, hey, please excuse my son. They're feeling this way.
So and so has pink eye.
All right, and
It's going around.
it's like the tribe mentality, which is amazing, right? It's awesome. So, oh my goodness, this morning I was walking from the school to our house, and there was this tricycle. Must have had like 10 kids,
Mhm.
right? And the community is just amazing. But let me go back to education real quick. Is whatever I feel that my kids need in addition to the school that they're learning in their classroom, we can provide it after school, and that's exactly what we do. We
Yeah.
have hired a tutor to come into our house 1 hour per child every evening on the weekdays.
And she's a certified
And
teacher.
she's
at the high
she's
school.
a teacher
Yeah.
at the high school, and it's been phenomenal. Our kids are learning how to read, how to write, like in-depth learning in the house, kind of like
in
one-on-one
the language, your language,
Yeah.
right?
in the language. And so I want, that's one of the goals, is for them to kind of learn, and they're building new habits every day. They're building new habits with the teacher that comes. And the thing is too, the teachers talk to each other, and the tutor talks to the teacher, because they're all teachers. Say, hey, what is something that Hiro and Himiko need to work on? And that's exactly what they do. They send homework with our kids, so that way they can learn what they're weak on, in addition to
Yeah.
what the instructions that they're getting from the school.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. Monday through Friday. I mean, we used to spend our time sending our kids to jujitsu.
And Muay Thai, yeah.
But
Jiu-jitsu,
now-
gymnastics, Muay Thai, yeah.
Now we're putting all their efforts into education, and our kids are not complaining about it. Like the teacher was saying that they're motivated now. They're doing the work. They're getting it done. Hiro went and took a test just last week, and he got 10 out of 10.
So he's doing well. I mean,
Mhm.
Hiro, I think his rating in class is like number 5, right? And Himiko, but Hiro only has like 20 students in his classroom.
Mhm.
And in Himiko, she's got like 32, 35 kids in her class, and she's somewhere in the middle, I think number 14.
Yeah.
So,
But she improved
yes.
from last time she took a
Yeah.
test to this time.
Mhm.
She improved.
And I would say that the kids here in Philippines, they're really focused on their education.
They are.
They're truly focused on their education. It's very competitive with their education. Like, they look at where they are on the reading, where they are overall, and that motivates them. Their kids talk. I mean, the parents talk to them and say, "Hey, you're number 5. Keep that up." The teacher's like, "Hey, you need to do this. You need to do that." And their kids. I mean, I would say Philippines has changed since I was here. I remember getting spanked. Right? I remember getting bowed in the classroom. You go to school with your nails dirty. Oh man, you're getting smacked on your arm. I remember being in front of the classroom and having books. You know what I mean? Carrying it like this. I remember getting the eraser, because they have blackboards here. They had the eraser getting thrown at me, or the the chalk getting thrown at me because I'm falling asleep in class, or I'm talking, or whatever it is. I remember all those things. That is missing, right? They are moving into this, like, I think they're trying to get that system change to follow the United States format,
Yeah.
but
Less
the-
abuse.
less abuse or whatever it is. But I'll tell you, I think that that was helpful. Kids are more disciplined here in Philippines. Now, my kids haven't gotten spanked since they've been here, but I'm not opposed to it. If they're doing something wrong, and if they don't fix the behavior. In the United States, all of that has gone to kind of the wayside.
Yeah, no, if you
Going
spank
down.
your kid, they're calling CPS on you.
Yeah, they're calling
For,
CPS on
for,
you and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so here in Philippines, it's like, what? Come, like I will come home from school. I just got spanked, and my mom would already know. She's like, you got in trouble. I'm gonna get more spanked. I need to learn how to read. I need to learn all these things. So whatever the teachers are putting out in the school, it is being supported at home with the parents, and I think that is key, because here you have one parent in the household all the time. So the father might be off working in the farm, or the mother might be like an OFW, overseas foreign worker, and but there's always a parent, or not just a parent,
A guardian
but
of some
guardian,
sorts.
aunt, uncle, right? It's like if you watch anime at all, you watch Naruto, and they have like these clans living in the same area.
Mhm.
That's exactly
That's
how
what
it
it
is
is
here
here.
in Philippines.
Clan life.
Like clan life, you have the same last names living in the same area.
Yeah, there's like at least 5 or 6 families, and that's another benefit of our kids going to public school, is that they're in school with their cousins. Like this is there's a lot of family around us. We came back to our generational home, my husband's family's generational home, and so I mean, you can throw a rock in any direction, and you're gonna find someone who's related by blood.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that our kids are doing amazing here in the Philippines, and yeah, if I were to do it all over again, and I encourage you guys to do it. For those of you guys who are like, oh, we want to move our kids, we don't know, it's gonna be risky and all that stuff.
I mean, this is the perfect timing for us too. Like everything happened right when it was supposed to happen. You know, we finished all our college. We got our clinical stuff. We got our licensing. So by the time it was time for us to get here, like all our ducks were in a row. It was like the perfect timing. Had we come sooner, it would have been great, because it would have been nice to have our kids already and cultured when they were 4 and 5. Like the younger you can leave, the better. I can't tell you how many couples I've ran into at the mall, with their teenagers, and they don't have a clue about what anybody's saying. They wish they would have come sooner, and they always tell me like, "Hey, you guys are doing it right." So,
let me see. Money Printer says, would you say your life is simpler in the Philippines than in the USA? No. Our life is not simple at all by any measure in the United States. I don't think so, because we travel everywhere. Every weekend we go to
we're
some
doing
parks.
something.
Every weekend we go to a resort. Every weekend we go to a beach. Every weekend we're spending time with family. In the United States, you're lucky if you see your family during Thanksgiving, during Christmas. You are lucky to get whatever, depending on how close you are. So here in Philippines, it's great. Things are very inexpensive.
Yeah, it's totally affordable.
Everything is affordable. The only thing you need to worry about is pretty much your house. But for those who have been here before, left the country, moved to a different, country, have kids, coming back and raising your kids here is great.
It's a good feeling.
I don't know, from a Filipino's perspective, like who was born and raised here until I was 10 years old.
You had no intention of coming back.
Yeah, I had no intentions of coming back. I went to the United States. You know what I mean? You're kind of fed this when you're younger. It's like, hey, the United States is a land of a dream, and there's many opportunities there. If you get a chance, go to Australia, go to Japan, go to all these, like Malaysia, Singapore, go to Saudi Arabia, and kind of experience the world. At the same time, Philippines is a third world country in some way, shape, or form, right? Because of the province life. So if you go to these places and you send money back, that's how people make it here in Philippines. I didn't have any intentions of coming back. Why? Because my parents have worked so hard to get us in the United States. But now, thinking that, I'm glad we came back, right? So, but that's from a Filipino's perspective. I know that, oh, you've made it. You've left the home, Philippines, and you've gone to the United States, but you kind of lose a lot of the things that is valued in the Filipino culture: the blessing, respecting your elders, having discipline, focus on your education, respect to have your your morals and values. You're based in church, right? All of that that kind of disappears because you're so busy outside somewhere else. So I'm glad we came back. I didn't want to come back. I didn't. This this whole thing was not my idea at all. I have this one right here to blame. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what I would say is moving to the Philippines is not for someone who really likes their comforts. Living in the Philippines is actually, it's hard. You know, there's a trail of ants that I have to deal with every day. Like there's an ant invasion. Unless you wash your dishes at night and, you know, Clorox everything, you're going to wake up to ants in the morning. And you have to learn how to, you know, like live with bugs. We have a bug killer that zaps bugs all the time. You hear it going off in the middle of the night even, or in the middle of the day, zap. And so bugs is a big problem for me, but also nasty toilets, right? So if you are not okay with going to a gas station or wherever, or peeing on the side of the road if you're a woman, you know, like if you're not okay with these things, then the Philippines might not be for you, because it's not like the bathrooms are nice and beautiful. Like they're disgusting. And, you know, some are downright, it's just better to use the outdoors than to go into these gross bathrooms. And like I said before, there's no toilet paper. You got to bring your own paper. And I mean, the nice comforts, I'll tell you what, there's nothing like going downtown to Jeffrey's and eating some good steak or barbecue with some wine and beer
I missed that.
Friday night.
Yeah.
You know, but you can't get that out here.
So you can. They have barbecue and things like that, but then you would have to go to Manila. And for us, I would say the province life is a lot easier and a lot slower. I think there's some benefits if you are probably in your 20s. You might want to move into the Manila and the big city because you want to hang out, you want to go nightlife, clubbing, and things like that.
Yeah.
But for us, raising our children,
our priority.
And so the province life is definitely way better. So can you get your creature comforts? What are your creature comforts at home? AC, check. Internet, check. But lights, check. Water, check. You know, eating at a restaurant every day, restaurant quality food, check.
You might miss family.
Mm-hmm.
You might miss your family.
Yeah, but there's a lot of family here too that we've kind of like left behind. One thing that I have noticed in my own like thought process and my health is that food here is a lot fresher than in the United States.
It's healthier.
Maybe there was chemicals or whatever.
Lots of chemicals.
And we ate a lot of fast food restaurants because of the go mentality in the United States. But being here in Philippines, everything is fresh. You go to a carinderia, all the vegetables and all the fruits and all the meats were kind of purchased that day, or the meat was cut that day.
Yeah, they were picked that before. Yeah.
The eggs, they were just picked. You know what I mean, from the chicken.
The chicken.
And, I really have no complaints about Philippines.
The diet is great.
Other than maybe traffic.
Oh, right? Yeah, traffic.
So how is it driving for you?
Driving is like defensive driving 100% of the time. You know, you're competing with pedestrians, bicyclists,
a pedal
bikes, motorcycles, electric vehicles. And then you've got these big trucks with their loads that are not like secure. And so you got rocks falling off the side, leaves coming in your lane. It's just like chaos. If you could think like chaotic driving, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Dogs running into the street. I mean.
So Money Printer says, I'm amazed you still live in the province. Other YouTubers live in BGC. I think that other YouTubers' lifestyle are totally different from ours. We wanted to capture the lifestyle in the province area and then traveling throughout. We have gone to BGC, we've gone to Manila, we've gone to Pasay, Makati. Yeah, it's fun to go there. Maybe go visit the malls.
We're like a 3-day weekend.
But other than that, it's really not that alluring to us. Mm-hmm. We don't want to, you know, I don't know. We like it here in the province. You know, I think it's amazing to go on a walk and you see a goat or a cow or wild chickens. You know,
yeah.
I think it's great waking up to
rooster.
You know,
there's so many.
I think it's awesome. Like everyone having dogs all over the place.
Yeah, our dogs are free and not confined to an apartment.
Mhm.
It's a good life for us here.
Yeah, it definitely is, and I would say we definitely made the best choice. We know all our neighbors. Every time we walk somewhere, we're like, "Hey, good morning." The kids when they walk to school, they pass by our house and they're like, "Good morning, good afternoon."
We do know all our neighbors, and when we say that, we've known our neighbors for over 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're a brand new couple moving into this house. They knew us as kids.
Yeah. So I brought her here when we
Yeah.
were 18.
Yeah.
18
So we
years
know
old.
all of them.
Right after high school.
We went clubbing with the neighbor across the street. We went to Baguio with the neighbor's daughter over there.
Yeah.
So we've been everywhere.
Good times. Good
Yeah.
times.
It was fun.
Very good times.
What I was gonna say is like, okay, so we have been here for 6 months. We're finally going on a big trip.
But we planned it. It was planned and paid for a long time ago.
We paid for it last year before we even moved.
So it was planned a long time ago, and I think it's great. I wanted to come out here and go to Philippines, and not just visit Philippines, but I also wanted to visit the surrounding countries. And so that's exactly what we're doing. Since we have we need to renew. We need to renew our visa anyways, right? And we have a big 4-0 over here. So
it's my birthday, guys. It's coming up.
We're leaving the country, and so follow us with that.
We're going to Singapore.
Yeah.
So watch us while we're in Singapore.
Yes, it's gonna be amazing.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So, is there anything else that you want to update? Oh, how many? Okay, so just to give you guys background, we left the United States and we sent 76 balikbayan boxes, and they all got here, by the way, safely. So
100%
don't
of
go
them
to LBC because LBC
expensive.
they're I think it's an acronym. The guy said it's like Laging Bukas Cargo, which means that your cargo is always open. So
dang!
So go with Forex. Forex serves like California,
Canada,
all over the United States, and they have been phenomenal. So shout outs to them.
Forex.
We
got all our stuff.
We got all our stuff, and the individuals that brought them here were so helpful, and they were amazing. So
Carnival Cargo hooked it up.
So out of the 76, how many is left?
To open, probably 20 something.
So 6 months being here, we still have 20 something
boxes to open.
So learn from us. Don't bring back your entire house, you know what I mean, here in Philippines.
The other thing is I've been ordering off Amazon, and I've been getting my Amazon packages. So that's nice too.
We have been, but we didn't know that. We didn't know how to traverse all these things. I think the first Amazon package was lost.
Mm-hmm. But it finally came.
But it came, and so
like a month later or something.
One thing though is maybe you guys can help us out. Is that when the Amazon packages get here, they're saying that the shipping wasn't paid for. So for those individuals who are out there who are here in Philippines, do you have to pay extra shipping when it comes to your house, or is our Amazon ninja dude trying to get us for additional cash?
I don't know. I got charged 250 peso to be delivered. They said the delivery wasn't paid, and I don't know how true that is. I think that was a lie, but
we weren't gonna fight with the.
But I'm not fighting with them over $4. Yeah. Okay. But so we did get our package, even though it was kind of put up for hostage. What I would say is, Money Printer's asking about Amazon deliveries. Is it expensive? Does it come in on time? It's expensive. You're gonna pay the money for the delivery, and it comes it does come on time, but it took like one of my packages took like a week, 2 weeks, and then I have another package that I just got here. It took a whole month.
Yeah. And so, but you get your stuff. You just have to be patient with it. So Philippines, as a whole, there's a process, and the process is a long time.
One of the things I did was I ordered something that was over the counter in America, but was not over the counter here in Philippines. In Philippines, if you wanted to buy that product or get that product, you had to get a prescription or go see a doctor. But I was able to order it online at the Rite Aid or whatever and have it sent to me. And so now I have the medication that I want for a backup in case I do have anything that I needed, like over-the-counter medicine that I need to take care of business with. But at this point, it's kind of like mute because I went and saw a doctor. But still, I have the products that I couldn't get before.
Yeah. So, anything else?
No, that was it. We want to give shout outs to Fresh. She was in here today.
Mhm.
We had our Philippine Journey in here. We also had April and Money Printer. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for joining us. Hit that like button. And if you guys have questions about our life in Philippines, just let us know. Put them into the messages and we'd be happy to answer them for you.
Okay. All right, guys. You have a wonderful day. Carpe diem.
Choose the day. All right.